Hello, Aubrey. How are you?
I'm alright. How about you?
Good. Go ahead and take a seat.
Okay.
So it's your first time here.
Yep.
So I will explain how everything goes. Everything here is confidential unless I feel like you are going to hurt yourself or you're going to hurt others. Okay?
Okay.
You are safe here with anything you say, so if you want to tell me about your day or you want to tell me what has been troubling you lately, just to let you know it is completely confidential and safe here. So if you want to go ahead and start, I am all ears for you.
Okay. Well, basically these girls, I think they're like a group of cheerleaders, and they're in one of my classes, and it started like a few months ago, and they were just started to pick at me and say little things, do little things, like purposely aggressing me to make me feel like I'm supposed to be annoyed by them, tapping their pencil real loud and kicking my chair and saying things to me. And then it got worse, and they'd say things like, "Oh, that shirt's so ugly, who bought that for you? Why would you get that? You have no sense of style." So there was that. And then they would tell me other things, whisper it in the hallway, right when I was walking by. So that's why I kind of was all right, well, they're just picking on me. I don't know if they're doing it to anybody else.
Right.
But it's in my science class, so it's really the only time I see them besides when I am in art. They are in the classroom, I think down the hall or something.
Okay.
Because I always see them in that passing period, and they're just always saying mean things and pointing at me, laughing, always antagonizing me. So that's the most of it that's really been going on. But
okay. So in your classroom in science, this is where all of it has been happening. And also you explained that some of it was in the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you are in science class, do you tell your teacher at all that what is going on, or do you keep this to yourself?
I keep it to myself. I've only told my mom and now you.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's all I've told so far.
Okay. I'm glad you finally came down here to tell us what has been going on so we can address the issue. And I'm glad you told your mom. We all want to resolve this. We want you to feel safe and happy when you come to school, because we feel that your learning environment should be a safe and happy environment. We want you to be here to make friends and learn. And this situation seems to be really troublesome for you, and that's not healthy. So we want to be here to fix it for you. So this starts in science, which is early in the morning for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are in the hallway and they are saying nasty comments to you, which is highly inappropriate. So what happens when they say these comments? What do you do? Or what are some things that you normally do when this happens? Because I can't imagine keeping this all bottled up. So what happens?
Well, they've said things in the past, or when they started doing stuff, I was getting obviously really annoyed of it pretty fast. But when they started to do the smaller things, I would just eventually was okay, can you stop, or don't do that, or okay, why does it matter to you what I do or what I look like or dress like or something. So I'll I've tried to stick up for myself, but it's not as much as I would like to really tell them. But there was a really bad incident, which I didn't know if I should even bring it up, but I guess I'm here, so I'll just say it. So we were, I think it was after a football game or something, and I went with a few friends, and they were there afterwards, and there was no one else around. Everyone pretty much had gotten picked up, and they saw me, and I was walking, and they I think they from what I remember put their foot out and tripped me, and I fell, and they were oh, well, that's what you get for just whatever. Like, I can't remember exactly what they said, but it was, they, like, did it on purpose, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like, was just so in shock that, like, I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of got up and I, like, walked away. And I did tell my mom about that. And she obviously wasn't very happy. So, yeah.
So at the football game, they just decided to trip you.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. So I'm glad we are finally here to get to the bottom of this, and I will have to talk to them and make sure that they aren't doing this to you anymore. So, I know you have art class today. What are some things in school that you wish could be done differently to make your day better?
Well, they're in my science class, which is like early in the morning, and I don't want to come to school like first thing in the morning and then I have to deal with them. Like, I would like to say a lot of these things, but I don't really think I know how to like stick up for myself in that way. I always think about it, but when it comes to when they say these things and do these certain things, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. So I would like to maybe see like if I could be put in a different period class of science or switch it up for something, just so that they don't necessarily know that I did it on purpose. Because the last thing I kind of want for them to think is like, oh, she told somebody and, you know, she's like a baby and then just cause more problems.
No, we're not going to let them know that you've said anything. We are going to make sure that this issue is resolved and it doesn't happen again, especially in the future. We're going to put an end to it right now. So what I gather is you want to leave that science class that they're in. Okay. What if I moved you to a complete opposite end of the science class and made it so they were not in your direction at all? Or do you want to be moved to a completely different period of science?
I think a different period of science.
Just putting an option out there just to see what you would like. Okay. I will put that on my list to put you into a different period of science. And we will get that resolved as quick as possible. That could be as of tomorrow or the next day. So if you have science tomorrow, you won't be in their class tomorrow. You will just be in a temporary put science class. So you'll just be in a different science class. It just won't be a permanent science class.
Mm-hmm.
As of art, I know you mentioned walking down the hall and you see them sometimes, and that could be bothersome. I understand that could inflict pain in your heart and your mind, and that's not good. You want to be happy when you're walking to class and be prepared for art. So would it be beneficial to you to walk to art with a friend, mentor, or an adult to and from the art class?
I think that having like someone to walk with me would be fine, or maybe just having like someone kind of standing in the hallway like during like passing periods.
Okay.
So that when they come out and I come out, obviously they see me.
Okay, so for every class you want someone to walk with you to make sure.
Well, just probably art, because that's like the class I've been like really avoiding, and it sucks because I actually really like that class.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So we are going to fix science for you, and we are going to get an adult to walk with you to art and back from art and make sure you are in your class and safe. And we are going to mention all this to your teacher. I'm going to mention all this to your mom.
Okay.
And also, it was mentioned from your mom. I know that you know about this. So it was mentioned from your mom about how your grades are kind of slipping and you're not really enjoying the activities at school, such as gym, and you don't really come to lunch, so your eating habits are not really good. And we were kind of worried about that, and it is it due to all the stress from school, or do you need to talk about that? Like, if we resolve these issues, will everything be okay, or is there something else going on?
Well, I would hope that, like, after talking, after, like, dealing, like, with everything, like, putting it into class and stuff, I would hope that, obviously, the bullying and stuff would go down and them being the way that they are to me, because I wouldn't have that interaction with them. So I would hope that in the long run, over time, it would get better. But I do see them at school no matter what, but I really only see them really in that one class I have with them and in passing period. So
Okay.
I think if I just maybe try and start there, and hopefully that will work.
Okay, so you want to start there and see how things go.
Yeah.
Okay. So with your schoolwork, you think it is basically because the girls are saying nasty comments to you?
Yeah, just their bullying. It just kind of takes a lot out on me. So when I get home, I don't really care to do anything school related.
Okay. But you seem to be doing, I got an email from your mom, you do your homework at home because she mentioned you're very happy at home, you seem like you have less stress. Do you think you may know why that is?
I think I just really only when it's at school because I like being at home and my home is like it's like a happy place. So I mean I get along really well with my mom. So I think it's really just only at school.
Okay. So we will definitely eliminate the stressors around you. We will make sure you feel happy. We will make sure you feel safe in this environment and bring your mood back up. We don't want you feeling this way anymore. And I will have a talk with these ladies. I won't put your name in it. I will just mention I saw some behavior I did not like.
Okay.
And I am very proud of you and happy that you came to talk to me today. That's very brave because I know you mentioned earlier that you don't want to feel like you're tattling on them or anything and you're scared that they might say something or bully you more, and that's not going to be the case here. I'm going to resolve the issue and fix the problem. So what we're going to do now, so you have it for yourself, I'm going to email your mom what we're going to do, which is change your science class. As of tomorrow, you won't be with them.
Okay.
Tomorrow is a temporary science class. Your new science class will be the following day after tomorrow. That will be your new one for the rest of the year. Art, when you walk down the hallway to art, you'll be walking down with a teacher or mentor to and from art. Does that sound fair? Do you need any more accommodations?
No, I think that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
I also want to mention if they do anything else, I want you to come and tell a teacher or come talk to me privately. My door is always open. Okay.
Okay.
But thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Aubrey.
you too.